Hello, good evening and welcome to the Sharjah Stadium in the United Arab Emirates, where we're getting ready for match day 8 of the league stage of the AFC Champions League Elite for the 2025-26 season. It's Sharjah of the United Arab Emirates and they're up against Nassaf of Uzbekistan. Beautiful evening here in Sharjah, and a significant evening as well, and this is why you can see Sharjah outside the top 8 on goal difference. They need to better the results of Al Duhail and Al Sadd in this last round of matches to give themselves a chance of getting into the top 8, and if they get into the top 8 they go through to the knockout stage. These are conditions very pleasant indeed, a light breeze blowing. The pitch got a watering about 75 minutes before the scheduled kickoff. Not a big crowd in here this evening, but an expectant one nonetheless, as the players and match officials congregate in the tunnel down below our commentary position, waiting for the all clear to come out onto the pitch. Such a significant evening for Sharjah. Remember, last season they were the AFC Champions League 2 winners. What a dramatic success they had in that competition, particularly the semi-final here against Al Tawoon, where they scored 2 goals in added time to go through to the final against Lion City Sailors of Singapore. There's the coach of Nassaf, it's Ruzakil Berdiev, Mr. Nassaf, if you like. He's been in charge now for over 13 years, but he's, overseen a really chastening campaign for Nassaf. Just 1 point they've taken from 7 matches. So they're playing for pride this evening, but they did pick up that point on match day 7 against Al Shorta. Can they sign off with a victory tonight? It's worth pointing out that Nassaf are actually outside their regular season. The Uzbekistan Premier League doesn't get underway until the beginning of March. So as well as hoping for 3 points tonight, this also plays a significant part in their pre-season, if you like, now that they can't actually progress in the competition. It all seems quite relaxed there among the Sharjah substitutes on that bench. How will it be, I wonder, at the end of 90 minutes this evening? Will it be all smiles, or will it not? 2 games that Sharjah will be keeping an eye out for over the next couple of days. One of them, Al Duhail, who are just ahead of them on goal difference. They're against Al Shorta, who are in 11th place in the West League. And tomorrow night against Al Sadd, they're at home against Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia. So a reminder, Sharjah have to better the results of at least one of those 2 sides. If both Al Sadd and Al Duhail win, well, there's nothing really that Sharjah can do about it, other than potentially win by an absolute hatful this evening. Berdiev, club legend at Nassaf. He played there and he's contributed to every trophy the club has won, either as a player or as a coach. The AFC Champions League Elite music starts up, and that will be a signal for the AFC flag to make its way out onto the pitch. Here it comes. Followed by the match officials for this evening's encounter, plus the 2 teams. Nassaf on the left of screen in the red strip, and Sharjah on the right in the predominantly white strip. Sharjah have had themselves a pretty chastening domestic season. They finished as runners-up in the UAE Pro League last term, this season they're down in a lowly 9th position of the 14 teams. They were knocked out of the President's Cup, the main knockout competition here in this country, by a Division 1 side, United FC. They can't progress in the League Cup either. They have won the Super Cup and the UAE Qatar Super Cup this season, so they do have some silverware. Can they live up to the standards they set on the continent last term? As AFC Champions League 2 title holders, can they secure another continental success this term? There's the two coaches, Berdiev and also Jose Moraes, who's only been in charge here at Sharjah for a couple of months, having started the season at Al Wahda, who are also playing in the AFC Champions League Elite. The UAE side based down in Abu Dhabi. So a change of scenery for him. He'll be hoping for a positive result tonight. High fives, fist bumps and handshakes all round, and very shortly we will be underway with the action. Let's have a look at the two teams then. First of all, Sharjah. And Jose Moraes makes 3 changes to the side that drew 1-1 against Al Duhail last week in matchday 7. In come number 7, Ko Lucas. 18, Abdullah Ghanim. He replaces central defender Shaheen Abdullah, who was yellow carded last week. And also in 19, Khaled Al-Danhani, the UAE international fullback. Rafael Pereira, recent signing from Al Batai. He joins Ghanim in the centre of defence. And there's the bench. Bench includes Firas Ben-Arbi, who scored the winner against Al Tawoun in last season's AFC Champions League semi-final here. Our referee for this evening is Ahmed Al-Kaf of Oman. He's been on the FIFA list since 2012. This is his 3rd match in the AFC Champions League Elite this season. He actually refereed Al Ittihad against Sharjah. That was a 3-0 success for Al Ittihad, and Ulsan against Melbourne City. Let's have a look at the Nassaf lineup, and Berdiev is looking to build on last week's point against Al Shorta. He shows faith in his players from that match by naming an unchanged starting lineup. Number 6, Murodbek Rakhmatov was the goal scorer last week. 45, Bobir Abdi Holakov, signed from Paktakor in January. And number 15, Oybek Rustamov. He arrived from AGMK last month. 5 of the 9 players on the bench, they didn't feature in the first 6 match days before the turn of the year. Ahmed Al-Kaf actually refereed in the UAE in the AFC Champions League 2 round of 16 in February of last year. Shabab Al-Ali against Al Wadat of Jordan. What a dramatic match that was. 4-3 to Shabab Al-Ali. And he refereed in this country in the league stage of Champions League Elite, again in February of last term, when Al Nassr beat Al Wasl 4-0. So almost all in readiness then. So much at stake for Sharjah this evening. Can they deliver? Just waiting for the OK from the officials on the sidelines. The countdown now begins towards the referee's whistle. Here we go then, and Nassaf in the predominantly red strip get us underway, playing from left to right on your screens in the first half. Picked up by Igor Coronado, takes a tumble. Majid Sarur's in there as well. He wins the ball. Coronado, incidentally, the only player player for Sharjah, who's played in all 7 of the matches plus tonight this season. Slip there for Denis Sharjah, the Albanian. It was bone-on-bone contact for Sharjah as he slid in. I mentioned the pitch received a watering about 75 minutes before the scheduled start of play. It just makes it a little bit greasy. And I think his foot went from under him there as he tried to slide in and make the challenge. Concern for Berdiev inside the first minute. Sharjah looks in some discomfort. Majid Sarur was the man who made the challenge. Let's have another look at it here now. The shin, in fact, it appears. As I mentioned, bone-on-bone contact there. Majid Sarur didn't seem to feel anything, but I can assure you, Denis Sharjah certainly did. The good news is he's up on his feet. But he is hobbling quite markedly. He's going to make his way off the pitch. Treatment has been administered to that left leg. He's moving a little bit more sprightly now. Let's hope he's going to be able to continue. There's no free kick given by our referee. So it looks as though we're going to have a drop ball here. And indeed, that's the case. Ball drop back to Adel Al-Hosseini. We'll certainly have memories of this fixture. And a couple of years ago, these two sides have met twice in what was the AFC Champions League before it became the AFC Champions League Elite. That was back in the 2023-24 season. We were in the same group. And on match day 4 of 6, Sharjah went to Nassaf Kashi and drew 1-1. Al-Hosseini was sent off. Shot from distance, comfortably over Duvakid Nematov's crossbar. Shot coming in there from Matthias Saldana, Brazilian, signed in the winter window on loan from Al Wasl, fellow UAE club. Picked up by number 6, Rakhmatov. And can't be kept in play on this near side by Abdi Rakhmatov, who's playing at right wing back this evening. Zafer Murad, Abdi Rakhmatov. Touch for Rafael Pereira, the recent arriving from Al Batai, fellow UAE club for Sharjah. What's the referee given here? He's given a free kick. Luanzinho taking a tumble on that far side. Brazilian, who's now a UAE citizen, number 11. Just caught by Davronov. By Saldana to feed the ball through there unsuccessfully. Keo Lucas is in there tackling. Pushed forward. It's Abdi Holikov, number 45, who was signed last month from Pakhtakor. It's his third spell, this one actually now, with Nassaf Kashi. Nassaf plays its football in the city of Kashi, a city in southern Uzbekistan, which is roughly 520 kilometers southwest of Tashkent. Forward by number 5, Geybuliev. Picked up by number 7 on this near side, Sharjah. Good to see no ill effects from him. Cross comes in towards the back post. It's Rakhmatov who made that cross. Geybuliev. Exchanging passes with Rakhmatov. Nice ball out to this near side to Abdi Rakhmatov. Ko Lucas goes back to his goalkeeper, although I think initially he was going to go back to Abdullah Ghanim. Ko, he's got the run of Saldana ahead of him, decides to check. He's now got Coronado below our commentary position outside him. Alden Hani's made the run on that far side, a nicely timed run as well. Luanzinho. Alden Hani with the cross towards the back post. Really good delivery that. And in the end, good defensive play as well. It's Geybuliev who got up there and got up there well. Excellent defending from the experienced central defender. He hadn't made that. Surely would have been 1-0 to Sharjah, with Saldana waiting. First corner of the evening, and goodness me, have you ever seen a scrum, for no other word really, around the penalty circle, penalty spot I should say. A host of players running hither and thither now. Ball's still there, in the end it's headed away by Davronov. You can't get it clear though, Nassaf. Towards the back post, and it's Ko wins the header, but the angle was too acute. Delivery just overcooked there. It was Saldana on that far side, sending the ball in. Cleared Luanzinho, but not Ko. He's frustrated, but a decent start this from Sharjah, showing some intent. Coronado. Forward to Saldana. Coronado, goodness me, it seems a long time ago now that he scored in the last minute of added time on match day 1 against Al Gharafa of Qatar. It was back in the middle of September to give Sharjah a 4-3 win here. Only picked up 5 points beyond that in the 6 games that followed. Here's Ko. Great delivery in from him there. Backs to the wall stuff early on for Nassaf. Luanzinho. Ko. Luanzinho's continued his run. He's done well here. Now what's the referee given? No penalty. Reminder, we do have VAR. Luanzinho has stayed down in the penalty area. I saw that plume of water fly up. The defender dived in to try and make the challenge. Referee Al-Kaf coming across. See if there's any contact here. And if there was, from that angle it looked minimal. Let's see what we can make here. Well, yes, there was a little bit of contact there with the left foot on the shin. Referee Al-Kaf tells Luanzinho to get to his feet. VAR is checking for a possible penalty. Our VAR official this evening is Mashari Al-Shamari. Check is complete. No penalty. Luanzinho's back on his feet and showing no ill effects. Pereira plays safe and goes into touch. The referee's just coming over to have a word with Luanzinho. And I think he's telling Luanzinho, I'll referee the match, you play it. Forward by Gaybuliev down the channel. Kept in play there. Rakhmatov to no great effect. KO looks for the long diagonal, looking for Luanzinho. Can't find him. Majid Sarur. Duraganim. Good play on that far side by Aldanhani. Winning the throw-in. International wing-back. Sarur goes across the pitch to KO. Lovely control from him. Luanzinho trying to thread the pass through, not able to do so. And that's good harrying by Rakhmatov. Murbek Rakhmatov. Rakhmatov was the player who scored for Nassaf on matchday 7 against Al Shorta. This is his 4th start of this campaign. Rakhmatov goes back to Gaybuliev. First period of concerted possession here for Nassaf. What can they do with it? The ball threaded forward to Sharjah on that far side. Picked up by Bakhramov. And again, Ganim with the clearance. Chance for Sharjah to move forward now. It's well done by Saldana. And a lovely reverse ball by him. Well read by the goalkeeper, Nemetov. Abdivakid Nemetov. Uzbekistan AFC Asian Cup squad in 2023-24. There's a new substitute in all matches there. Muradov, captain this evening, number 92. Back to Gaybuliev. And all the way back to Nemetov. Pereira battling. Defensive work coming back by Pobletti, Gianluca Pobletti, the former Al Wasl man. Grenada with the tackle. Tackle's flying in at the moment. Player's not really getting any time on the ball at all. Everyone concentrated in the middle third of the pitch. Nemetov, in the round of 16 of this competition, AFC Champions League before it became the Champions League Elite, I should say. Back in 2023-24, made a mistake in the last minute of a game against a team that went on to become champions, Helene. It's come through to Abdi Holikov, who's just wide. Oh, frustration. Nice move that, involving Sharjah and Abdiholikov. Abdiholikov wanted the ball. Hit it sweetly with his left foot, didn't he? Found the gap between the two defenders, but it was wide of the upright. Frustration for Abdiholikov. Player was making his fifth AFC Champions League and Champions League Elite campaign. There's Pobletti. To this near side to Leandrinho. A Brazilian, just 20 years of age, playing at left wing back this evening. KO taking that on the chest, but he's had the ball taken away from him by Rustamov. Goes back at Rustamov, and it's a foul given in favour of Nassaf. Rustamov making his second appearance in this competition this season, having joined Nassaf in January. Nassaf make their preparations for the new season back at home. To this near side, Abdirahmatov. Give and go attempted there by Sharjah, but he didn't get the ball back. Coronado, Majid Sarur got that ball wrong. It's a free kick to Sharjah. Abdiholikov just being spoken to by the referee there. Again, the referee this evening just emphasising the fact that he's in charge. Leandrinho, disappointing control from him. Made his debut for Sharjah as a substitute in round 14 of the UAE Pro League. Started last week in round 7, match day 7 of this competition, and was substituted. Here's Coronado. Exchanging passes with Luizinho. Coronado goes down. It's a free kick now. Sharjah to try and get the big men forward for this one. I think they will, you know. Pereira and Ghanim, the two central defenders, making progress to the edge of the box. Very much a new central defensive pairing for Sharjah in the absence of Shaheen Abdulrahman. A host of players on the edge of the 18-yard box. Coronado prepares to swing this one in with his right foot. One in the air by Ghanim. Sarur. Chance now for Nassaf to break. Sharjah on this near side, looking to use his pace. Up against Leandrinho. Just overcooks the cross. Rakhmatov got it on the head, but in the end, they've done well to keep it in play, Nassaf. Bakhramov. Good defensive work on that far side by Pobletti. Geronimo Pobletti, who arrived last summer from Al Wasl. Truncated season last term through injury. A knee injury it was, but played a significant role in the title success for Al Wasl in 2023-24. Here's Pereira. Lots of experience for Rafael Pereira, had 4 seasons with Alain, former AFC Champions League winners twice. Referee says play on. Abdiholikov does exactly that. Bakhramov. The referees in the end decided to blow his whistle because Rakhmatov had stayed down. He was in some discomfort. It's been an injury-blighted campaign this for Muradbek Rakhmatov. Went off after 65 minutes on match day 1, didn't feature in match day 2, was then injured after 17 minutes of the Uzbek Super League round 22 match. He's got his yellow card out here. He's going to show it to Rakhmatov, I wonder. Not entirely clear who he's brandished that card to. The race looks on, and we're going to have another drop ball. Worth repeating, Sharjah need to better the result of the two sides immediately ahead of them, as we have another stoppage in play. Collision between Majid Sarur and Bakhramov. Medical teams being called on. Bakhramov holding his face. Majid Sarur back on his feet. This is contributing to a real lack of fluency in this match so far. Stop-start nature of things. Sharjah fans that have made their way here to the Sharjah Stadium this evening, a venue that can hold up to 20,000 fans, doing their best to create some atmosphere. And Bakhramov's back to his feet, so that's a good sign. Seem to be any ill effects of that coming together with Majid Sarur. There's Aldan Hani. Just holding his jaw there, Bakhramov. Majid Sarur just on the sidelines. Treatment was called for him, so it meant that he had to go off the pitch. And on we go. Just over halfway through, scheduled 45 minutes in this first half. It is possible, you know, that Sharjah could go through to the knockout stage with a draw this evening. Good work from Leandrinho. Shielding the ball, getting it away from Abdi Rakhmatov. Draw would take Sharjah up to 9 points, but then they'd be relying on Al Duhail and Al Saad both losing their final league stage matches. Good work from Luanzinho, trying to thread the ball forward to Saldana, not able to do so. Coronado creating space for himself. A long diagonal ball out to KO on this near side in front of our commentary position. Whipped in with his left foot, a terrific cross that. Well dealt with defensively. It was Ishmuradov who got it clear. Saldana trying to turn, losing his footing. And that gives Shala the chance to move forward. Looking for support. Finds it through Bakhramov. Abdi Rakhmatov, the right wing-back, who's shown plenty of desire to get forward in the early stages of this match. Checks back on this occasion, though. Gebuliev. Ishmuradov. Chance for Sharjah to move forward themselves now through KO. Coronado dinks the ball forward, looking for Saldana. That's good defensive work in the end by Davronov. Saldana was lurking behind him. Davronov had to get the header. He did exactly that. Alibek Davronov was sent off on match day 1 in the game against the defending champions Al Ahly. That was right at the death of the game. They lost that match 4-2, but they were 2-0 up in that game. Here he is. Corner then to Sharjah. Abdullah Ghanim trying to get his head on that, and in the end that's good goalkeeping. Nematov coming and claiming, and then a long throw, a really good throw, setting Sharjah away. Oh, and he's through. Sharjah, yes! The flag's gone up though. In fact, not the flag, the referee's whistle. Foul has been given, I think, for the challenge on Majid Sarur. Let's have another look now. The long ball, there was no issue there with offside. Two players battling away. Majid Sarur took a tumble. And real composure there from Sharjah to slot the ball home. The referee not happy with the challenge. As a result, he's awarded a free kick. Let's have another look from this angle. Well, Nassaf players absolutely furious that was ruled out. They felt it was just a coming together between the two players there. And I do have some sympathy. Referee Al-Kaf making his decision. And VAR not overruling it. Wasn't a clear and obvious error in their view. And now Luanzinho trying to drill the ball across the face of goal. Well blocked by Gaybuliev, and that's a corner to the hosts. Igor Coronado will take it on this near side. Coming up towards the half-hour mark then, and still Sharjah looking for the breakthrough. Swung in, flapped at a little bit there by Nematov. He's got away with it. And then the referee's going to have a word with Pereira. Not happy with the challenge, and he says next time you'll get a yellow card. We've already seen that Nematov is really effective in starting attacks, and he was trying to do so there. And Pereira just got his arm across him, and I have to say he's very lucky not to receive a card for that. Nematov with the throw just a short while ago, which set Sharjah clear. Very significant match for Nassaf this evening, even though out of the competition they've got no chance at all of getting through to the knockout stages. They'll want a victory. They haven't had one so far this term in this competition. They want at least a point to equal the tally of Alain from last season, the UAE side. Whipped in, what lovely delivery and a lovely goal. That one will count. Fantastic ball in from Abdi Rakhmatov. And it's Abdi Holikov who's on the end of it. Delicious stuff by Nassaf. And they get their reward. Frustration for Sharjah. They need success this evening, and they They're going to have to come from behind, but what a ball this was. Abdi Rakhmatov. Lovely stuff. And Abdi Holikov threw himself at it. He finds the back of the net. In fact, looking at that replay, looks like an own goal off Khalid Al-Danhani. Abdi Holikov will claim it, but Al-Danhani, that will go against him. So an own goal against the Sharjah defender. Nothing he could really do about that. And Abdi Holikov moving forward again, looking for Sharjah. It's all set up for Sharjah to try and win this evening, but well, Nassaf certainly haven't read that script, have they? They've had one goal disallowed, and they've found the back of the net now. It's all about the delivery, that cross from Abdi Rakhmatov. Al-Danhani was unsighted. And the visitors looking for their first win of this campaign. Well, they're on the way. They have actually led in 3 matches previously, match days 1, 4 and 7, but they've only taken up 1 point from those games, and that was in the previous round against Al Shorta. So they're no strangers to being in front. They are strangers with is actually staying in front. Abdi Rakhmatov away again. Oh, great save. Super stuff from Al Hosseini. Sharjah, he really thought that he'd doubled the advantage for the visitors there. Abdi Rakhmatov with the freedom of Sharjah. And Sharjah, who's been denied by the referee's whistle on one occasion, now he's been denied by a point-blank save from Adel Al Hosseini. Wonderful stop from the goalkeeper. Sharjah can't believe it. And Nassaf really knocking on the door, looking for number 2. Corner then for the visitors. Whipped in and headed away at the near post by Saldana. All hands to the pump defensively for the home team. Poor corner coming in this time. Get the ball away though. The home team, they can now. Okay, beautiful control from him. Nice touch from Luanzinho. Not a great ball over to the far side of the pitch. Pobletti, who overcooked that one. Mentioned already, it's a significant night for Nassaf. Can they get a win in this competition this season? But also it's significant because they're building up to the new season of the Uzbekistan Super League. Gets underway in the first week of March. So they're officially out of season at the moment. KO into space on this near side, into the area. And again, there's a player going down for Sharjah, Saldana, but no appeal from him. And just saw then Nemetov gesturing, wanting a card, I think, from the referee. In fact, you can see there's Saldana. He's actually tripped over his own feet. Buliev also making protestations to the referee, as is Ushmuradov, the captain. But in all fairness, there was no appeal from Sharjah. There were a few shouts from the stands. The players themselves weren't interested in that as a spot kick. in by KO. Given away by Pobletti. On this near side now, number 6, Rakhmatov. Holikov. Picked up by number 24, Bakhramov. Buliev. Chipped forward. And looking for Abdi Rakhmatov. What a nuisance he's been for Sharjah on the Nassaf right. For the first 36 minutes or so, there he is. He's been buzzing around like a wasp. And a wasp that's had a little bit of sting with his right foot. A couple of lovely crosses into the box. Zinho, was he caught late there? Yes, he was, the referee says. And the referee resists the urge to get his card out. Hani with the ball inside. Davronov it was with the challenge. No card administered. It's Pereira. Andrinho goes back to Coronado. Coronado surrounded by 3 players there. And then Saldana with the challenge. Brings down Abdi Holikov. It's a centre forwards challenge if ever you wanted one. One in the air by Abdullah Ghanim. Bakhramov. Abdi Rakhmatov inside. Buliev. He's gone back to his goalkeeper. A blind pass there. I don't think he was really aware that Saldana was as close as he was. It's nicely taken on the chest by Abdi Holikov. Dinov out to the far side to Sharjah. Bakhramov slides in. He gets the last touch. That's out of play. Adel Al-Hosseini making that brilliant save from Sharjah a short while ago to keep the deficit for the home team down to just the single goal. Been a chastening few months for Nassaf. They finished 3rd in the Uzbekistan Super League. Wheels really started to come off on match day 3 when they came here to the United Arab Emirates. They lost by that stage away at Al Ali and at home to Al Hilal, the 2 Saudi giants, but they played very well on both occasions. On match day 3, they lost in Dubai to Shabab Al Ali by 4 goals to 1. And after that, things were never the same. When they came to the UAE on that occasion, they were top of the Uzbekistan Super League with 5 rounds to play. They took just 3 points from their last 5 matches, though, and ended up in 3rd place. Just 2 goals scored in those final 5 games. Abdi Rakhmatov. Sharjah sets the ball up nicely for Rakhmatov, who wins the corner. Pereira, well, it's been baptism of fire for him, hasn't it? Recent arrival from Al Batai. Experienced player here in the United Arab Emirates, but well, as things stand, Nassaf going nicely. Dead ball situation for them now. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. And Nassaf add to their advantage. mentioned Nematov, goalkeeper for Nassaf, in the AFC Champions League campaign of 2023-24. When they reached the round of 16, he had 2 clean sheets in that campaign. Was, though, his mistake in the last minute of the second leg of that round of 16 against Al Ain gave Soufiane Rahimi the opportunity to score. And that put Nassaf out of the competition. They'd actually taken the lead in that second leg. Picked up by number 2, Davronov. Thinks about a shot. Comes out wide instead. The cross comes in. It's just over Sharjah. And in the end, free kick against Nassaf. Just clipped the right arm of Bakramov. He came in, just 20 years of age, Bakramov. Promising player he is. He's featured in all the AFC Champions League Elite matches this season. A couple of goals as well against Al Hilal and Al Wada of the United Arab Emirates. Abdiholikov. He's got Sharjah ahead of him. Decides to check back. They've got a really well-organised unit here in this first half. Nassaf coming into match day 7 last week against Al Shorta. They had 6 games in a pre-season. Not a particularly successful pre-season, it has to be said. A couple of games against Serbian teams, a couple against Russian second-tier outfits, one against a Polish side, another against a German 4th-tier regional team. Just 1 win in those 6 games. Having played those matches, they look better for them. They showed that last week against Al Shorta. And Sharjah, well, they've got it all to do now, haven't they? So close to getting the points they needed last week to give themselves a prime opportunity to go through. They drew against Al Duhail, took the lead through an Igor Coronado penalty. They were pulled back by an Al Duhail penalty in the last 10 minutes. It was after the referee ordered that penalty that was initially saved by Adel Al Hosseini to be retaken. Frustration for Sharjah there. Are they going to be frustrated again tonight? Leandrinho thought about the cross there. Ko wants a little give and go. He tried to get it back from Saldana, but pass was an errant one. There's a long ball forward, and Sharjah can use his pace again. Up against Abdullah Ghanim. He's got no support at the moment. He's got support now. Rakhmatov tries to get the shot in, blocked by Leandrinho, kept in on that far side by Mukhtadinov. Now Saldana can burst forward. Majid Sarur, one of the further players forward, checks back. Luanzinho. Ko, who've switched sides. Coronado with the cross. Good defending in the end. Full stretch there. It was Rustamov, Uybek Rustamov, who put it behind for a corner. Another look at this now. Lovely ball in. Nematov may have had it covered. Rustamov wasn't prepared to take the opportunity to check that out. Minimum of 5 minutes to be played at the end of this first half. Additional time beyond the 45. Corner comes in. Cleared in the end by Bakramov. Pobletti threw this player back. Coronado with the cross, looking for Ghanim. It's cleared him and cleared everyone. Abdullah Ghanim, an important squad player for Sharjah over the last few years. This is his third start, or rather he made 2 starts last season, I should say, in the AFC Champions League 2. This season, he's been in all but 1 matchday squad, and he wins the header there. Now he's up against Abdi Holikov. Rakhmatov trying to get the ball across. Abdi Rakhmatov now. And so significant in this first half. Little number 8. Up to that far side now. Davronov. He's got Sharjah outside him. Opts not to use him. And in the end, Ishmuradov goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Not an awful lot for Sharjah fans to get excited about in this first half. Nassaf have played really well. Abdi Rakhmatov still going. Oh, great save again. Adel Al Hosseini, he's almost single-handedly keeping Sharjah in this. Abdi Rakhmatov, so often the creator in this first half, and look at that, he's just waltzed through the Sharjah defence. We saw the reaction there of Khalid Al-Danhani. Like a knife through butter there, Abdi Rakhmatov, and it needed the fingertips of Adel Al Hosseini to deny him and Nassaf a second goal. Corner then for Nassaf. Swung in and punched away by the goalkeeper. Pobletti's there. And that's a handball against Sharjah on that far side. Well, I'm sure Jose Moraes is looking forward to getting his players back into the dressing room at half-time. It's a tactical rethink. Certainly some words of encouragement, and also some words to try and get them sorting things out a little bit, really, because Nassaf have been good value for their lead. Zinio, our commentary position. Coronado. KO. Lays it back to Luanzinho. A couple of players have gone down in a collision, but Sharjah's bursting forward. Now he's found Abdi Holikov is through, and again the goalkeeper makes the save, but this time it wouldn't have counted. The flag was up. Abdi Holikov, he and Sharjah, their pace has really tormented Sharjah in the first half, but you could see he was beyond the last defender there. Timed his run badly. Oh, and a good run again by Abdi Rakhmatov. He's still going, gets the shot in. It was blocked by Pereira. Goodness me, what's happening to this Sharjah defence? It's being cut to ribbons. Time and again, Abdi Rakhmatov in particular, but also Abdi Holikov and Sharjah. They're running through on Adel Al Hosseini. Now at the other end, that's good goalkeeping. Great work from Nemetov, quickly off his line to deny Ko Lucas. And the referee signals an end to the first half, and what an entertaining first half it has been. Nassaf will go in, a goal to the good, a Khalid Al-Danhani own goal. There was nothing he could really do about it after Abdi Rakhmatov's cross was swung in. He was unsighted and blocked off by Abdi Holikov. But really, Nassaf have been very good value for the lead. Sharjah's had a goal disallowed for a foul on Majid Sarur, and Adel Al Hosseini has made a couple of excellent saves. First from Sharjah and then from Abdi Rahmatov. At the other end, well, Sharjah haven't offered an awful lot going forward, and that will have to change if they're to get back into this match and give themselves a chance of progression into the round of 16. Half time here then at the Sharjah Stadium, and it's Sharjah 0, Nassaf 1. Welcome back to the Sharjah Stadium, where we're getting ready for the second half on match day 8 of the AFC Champions League Elite, the West League. And it's success at the moment for Nassaf. The Uzbekistan side are 1 goal to the good against their hosts. Both sides unchanged at the start of the second half. Waiting for the OK from our referee, Ahmed Al-Kaf from Oman, to get us underway then. Here we go with Sharjah in the predominantly white strip, playing from left to right on your screens in this second half. And they are going to have to improve significantly in this second 45 minutes or so if they're going to get anything out of this match at all. They have to get something to give themselves an opportunity of potentially qualifying for the knockout stage. Remember, they're behind Al Duhail and Al Saad, who are in the last 2 qualifying positions. Their goal difference, though, significantly worse off than those 2 sides, so they have to better their results. But a defeat, well, that will be an end of their interest in this season's competition. They're a goal down. Khalid Al-Danhani's own goal after a cross by Abdurrahmatov. But Nassaf, good value for that lead. You know, they had 53% of possession in the first half, 6 attempts on goal, 3 of them on target. Sharjah, by contrast, only 3 attempts on goal, none of them on target. Jose Moraes has obviously said to his team, I've picked you, you're the ones I have faith in, go out there and show that you're capable of turning this around. Fascinating, really, because all the talk from the Sharjah camp coming into this match was that they'd had a really good week of training leading into this clash. They were excused from playing in the latest round of the UAE Pro League, given the opportunity to prepare for this match, but as things stand, preparation time hasn't worked out certainly as they were hoping. Long ball forward. Al-Danhani with the header. It's out of play. On the evidence of what we've seen in the first 45 minutes, it's hard to think that Nassaf have only picked up the 1 point so far. I did mention, though, they had the wind knocked out of their sails on match day 3 by Shabab Al Ali, then a disastrous end to their domestic campaign last term. But they're showing signs of coming back to their best. Here comes Sharjah. Ball in, headed away by Eshmuradov. Good defensive work by Gaybuliev. Forward to Abdiholikov, whose pace, along with Sharlah's pace in that first half, is a consistent thorn in the defensive side of Sharjah. That, along with the right foot, the magical right foot of Abdirahmatov, the wing back. They were the main problems for the home team. Here's Luanzinho. Abdulghanim. Out of play. Sarur with the back header. Hittinov coming in and making the challenge. Number 14. No clean sheets for Nassaf so far in this season's competition. Abdirahmatov again. Sharlah. Space to turn and look up. In the end, his through ball was cut out by Coronado. Igor Coronado, his second spell with Sharjah. 33 years of age now. Attacking midfielder. Rejoined from Corinthians, the Brazilian side, last summer. Left Sharjah initially back in 2021 for Al Ittihad in the Saudi Pro League. Scored 17 goals for Sharjah in 24 starts in the league in the 2020-2021 season. Check back there by Bakhramov. By Gaybuliev. Gets it back. Muslimov. Wafting the ball forward, but he was on a different wavelength to Abdirahmatov. Here's Pereira for Sharjah. Leandrinho. Good pressing from Nassaf. Leandrinho. Coronado. Leandrinho goes for the long diagonal, looking for Al-Danhani and finding him. Ghanim. Pereira. Little give and go by Luanzinho. Lofts it towards Al-Danhani on the volley. Wide of the target. Doesn't score many goals, Khalid Al-Danhani. Just 3 goals in his UAE Pro League career, and he's 29 years of age. Did score a famous goal for the United Arab Emirates national team 18 months ago in Qatar. It's part of a 3-1 win in the World Cup qualifier. This KO shrugs off the challenge. Benzino. Leandrinho inside to Coronado. Coronado goes down under challenge. No free kick. The referee was right on the spot there. And here's a chance now for Nassaf to burst forward. Abdirahmatov. He's got two players up ahead of him. Finds Mukhitdinov on this near side. Sharjah. Shot from distance. I thought that took a deflection off Abdullah Ghanim. Referee says no. Bakramov doesn't protest the issue, and that's a goal kick. Quite clearly, the referee's decision absolutely correct there, looking at that replay. Just about kept in on this near side by Saldana. He goes down under challenge though, and he'll get a free kick. And again, we see a player gesturing to the referee with an imaginary card. Challenge was by Davronov. Bundling challenge too, and the referee's assistant on this near side not happy with it. Straight away got his flag into action. And there's that card gesture. Coronado then with the free kick on this near side with his right foot. Headed away at the near post. Sharjah continues with that header. And in the end, it's a Nassaf ball. Pobletti putting the ball out of play. Burdiev prowling the edge of his technical area. Will be a happy man, I'm sure. But the statistics I spoke about in the first half will also be something that will be in the back of his mind, I'm sure. The fact that this is the fourth match of 8 in this competition this season that they've led in. And they've not won a single one. Can they buck that trend this evening? Pushed out to the far side by Rustamov. Buliev thinks about going down the line. Instead, finds Davronov. And Diholikov and Sharjah interchanging. Sharjah still going. What a good run that was. Referee says no free kick. Again, he was right on the spot. Players bouncing off each other. Over 10 minutes gone in this second half, and still Sharjah searching for a way to get back onto level terms. One of 3 United Arab Emirates sides competing in this league stage of the AFC Champions League Elite. And Al-Wada and Shabab Al-Ali. Al-Wada and Shabab Al-Ali will progress to the round of 16. Will Sharjah join them? Buliev to Abdirahmatov. Long ball forward, and this time the ball's cut back a little bit too much. Pereira picking up the scraps. Who else but Abdirahmatov was back there tidying up then. Seems to have been everywhere this evening. Abdirahmatov laying the ball back towards Sharjah. Can't find him on that occasion. It was a push in the back, a very blatant push in the back by Davronov. Keo wanting to take the free kick quickly. Abdiholikov had other ideas, and there was almost a flashpoint there that the referee was quick to try and defuse. That was the challenge on Keo by Davronov. And you can see Abdiholikov making his presence felt, preventing the quick taking of that free kick. Lunzinho. Abdiholikov lays the ball back to Bakrumov. Bit of a hospital pass from him though. Abdirakhmatov did his best, but possession ceded. Looks like Firoz Benarbi's about to come on for Sharjah. Good clearance from Eshmuradov. It looks like Sharjah readying a double change. Not sure who the other player is as yet. It looks as though there are going to be 2 changes for the home team. Jose Moraes has seen enough. Al-Hosseini goes long. Beyond Al-Hosseini. Beyond Al-Danhani, I should say. Frustration for him. He's the man whose own goal separates these sides, although there was precious little he could do about it. Beneem wins the header. Lunzinho. Keo's found a way onto this right-hand side. Coronado switches the play towards Leandrinho. He can keep it in play, but the momentum of the attack has been lost. Majid Sarur. Coronado. Give and go from him. With Saldana, who faces goal. He's tackled though, and really well tackled by Bakrumov. And then a free kick follows for Nassaf. Frustration for Pobletti. It looks as though Yumin Cho is going to come on. The Korean Republic defender. That will have to wait, as Nassaf are on the attack. Bakrumov lays the ball back to Rustamov. To the far side, Gebuliev. Little give and go by Abdirakhmatov, doesn't get it back. It's gone out of play. Just over an hour gone. Gebuliev had let the ball go out of play, thinking it was going to be a Nassaf ball. The referee's assistant and the referee disagree. Now a free kick for the home team. This is why Rakhmatov getting his arms all over Igor Coronado. As we watch this, the paperwork's just being handed over to the fourth official from the Sharjah bench, so changes that the home team are planning are going to happen very shortly. It's going to be Benarbi and Yumin Cho who are going to come on. Here's Coronado. Leandrinho with the cross, easy enough for Nematov. Here's Benarbi, waiting for his opportunity, the Tunisian attacking midfielder. 3 goals this season for him. And here are the changes. And looks like Abdullah Ghanim and Khalid Al-Danhani are the players to make way. So Benabi on, Yumin Cho on. Looks as though they're going to a three-man defence now. Sharjah with Majid Surur sitting in as a defensive midfielder, and Ben Arbi pushing forward, trying to give them some attacking impetus. Need to find that attacking impetus from somewhere, because up to this point in time they simply haven't got any momentum at all, the home team. It's been really flat from them, particularly when you take into account the significance of this evening. Picked up on this near side by Danoff. And again, Davronov, who hit Danoff once again. Nicely done, creating space for Rustamov. He can move forward. In the end, attempted pass out to Sharof Mugitdinov on this near side. Didn't find its target. Mugitdinov, one of the two players along with Bakramov, who've played in every match this season in the AFC Champions League Elite for the Uzbekistan side. All sorts of pleas and exhortations from the main stand below our commentary position, trying to encourage the Sharjah players to find something from somewhere. Abdiholikov dispossessed. Benabi spreads the play out to Leandrinho. Here's Cho, Korean Republic defender, featured in 12 out of 13 matches in last season's AFC Champions League 2. Benabi. Still going, Benabi! And the shot straight at the goalkeeper. It's a little bit more like it from Sharjah. Very busy player, Firouz Benabi. Scored 3 goals in the AFC Champions League 2 last season. He's on the ball again now. Lofts it forward to Saldana. Luanzinho just curls it wide. They're looking at a different animal now, Sharjah, aren't they? Whether Luanzinho was onside there would perhaps have been checked had it ended up in the back of the net. Just wrapping his left foot around that one and perilously close to curling it inside Nematov's right hand upright. Some lovely little flick inside by Sharla. Couldn't quite find Abdiholikov though. Cho. Missed the past 3 matches, has Yumin Cho. So back in action this evening, off the bench. Saldana. Pobletti. Leandrinho. Coronado out to this near side, Majid Surur, KO. Osman Kamara, the striker, has been called back to the bench. Jose Moraes. Here's an opportunity. Saldana's through. Oh, maybe he should have been a little bit more selfish there. Tried to set up Ben Arbi rather than take it on himself. Let's have another look here. He was onside, timed his run beautifully. He was being closed down by Ishmuradov. Majid Sarur takes a tumble, and that's going to be a free kick for Sharjah. Well, the change certainly seems to have helped here, because they're getting a little bit of momentum now, the home team. Sharla not impressed by Majid Sarur going down in the way that he did. There's Osman Kamara. Mentioned Ben Arbi scoring in the semi-final second leg of the AFC Champions League 2 here last season. Kamara was also on the score sheet. Ben Arbi with the cross. Oh, just wide. What a tremendous effort that was. Luanzinho, acrobatic, athletic, but just off target. He couldn't get it clear, Nassaf. Improvisation there from Luanzinho at its glorious best. Just wide of the upright. Tremendous effort. They need those to start going in. They need anything to go in, really. Sharjah. A point will keep them interested. No points at all. And that's the end of their interest, and that is a free kick. Ishmuradov tangling, and Saldana gets the free kick, and Ishmuradov gets a yellow card. Making sure he was between Saldana and an opportunity to burst forward towards goal. So with just over 20 minutes of normal time remaining, Sharjah have a free kick. What can they do with it? Coronado's over the ball. It's in a very central position. And that's going to be a corner. Ishmuradov it was who headed it behind. Of changes coming up for the visitors as well. They've only got 9 players on the bench. Kingsley Sakari, a Nigerian midfielder, is waiting to take his place on the field. Osman Kamara, he's waiting too for Sharjah. And it looks as though changes are now going to be made. And Igor Coronado's coming off. Kamara going on. So a striker for a midfield player. Jose Moraes throwing everything at this situation. Looks like Abdul Nazarov is going to come on as well as Sakari. I can see him stripped for action down below our commentary position. Diorbek, Abdul Nazarov, 20-year-old defender. Oh, and here's an opportunity for Sharjah, and in the end, good work from Nematov. KO it was, who was ghosting in at the back post. He felt he was fouled. Nothing was given. Sharjah all of a sudden, though, in the last 5 or 10 minutes, looking as incisive as they have throughout the entire match so far. Abdul Nazarov waiting to come on. This is going to be his 6th appearance off the bench for Nassaf. His 6th in succession, actually, in this competition. And Sakari, who was signed in the mid-season window last year for Nassaf, the Nigerian, joined from Kuwaiti side Kazma. He was an unused substitute on match day 7. But he's going to get his opportunity today. Ben Arbi into the penalty area. Lovely skill from him, but not the finish to match. Into the side netting, and that will give the opportunity for Nassaf to make the changes they have planned. Coming off is Abdi Holikov. Sakari replaces him. And the other player making way, Mugitdinov, to be replaced by Abdu Nazarov. Abdu Nazarov, just 20 years of age. He'll actually celebrate his 21st birthday in 6 days' time. And there's Sakari, very experienced midfield man, 30 years of age. This is actually his first competitive start for Nassaf. Although he did play in January in those pre-season matches I've already mentioned. Sharjah keen to get on with things. A little bit of a flashpoint that the referee's trying to deal with. KO trying to get the ball ready for the corner. Abdi Rakhmatov wasn't having any of that. Corner for the hosts then, just over 15 minutes to go. One in the air, and what's the referee given here? Goal kick. Luanzinho felt he was impeded as he tried to win the header at the back post. The referee is absolutely adamant there was no foul. Let's see if we can make out what happened here. I just wonder if his shirt was pulled here, Luanzinho. It was certainly a touch. Yes, you can see the shirt being pulled down there. Reminder, we do have VAR. VAR will look at these matters. And indeed, it is being checked at the moment. Nassaf keen to get on with things. You can see communication is taking place between the referee and a VAR official, Mashari Al-Shamari. Wry look on Jose Moraes' face. Certainly a pull on the shirt that we saw there. Was it a clear and obvious error by the on-field official? Ashmuradov, the captain, arguing the toss with our referee. Ahmed Al-Kaf from Oman. Communication continuing. Lengthy consultation this, and the referee has been called to the monitor. All smiles at the moment. What will the referee do, I wonder? You'll get the opportunity to see a little tug on the shirt of Luanzinho. There's the tug by the substitute, Abdi Nazarov. what will the referee decide? You can also see there Nemetov going down, unable to get past Saldana. Referee taking his time, having a long look at this from various angles. Nemetov going down rather dramatically, you have to say there. Now, what will referee Al-Kaf decide? He's given a penalty. The pull on the shirt by Abdunazarov. He's sending Eshmuradov away. The Nassaf captain making his feelings absolutely clear. But the pull on the shirt there was absolutely clear. It really was unnecessary by Abdunazarov, young defender who's just come onto the pitch. And that one silly move has given Sharjah a lifeline here. They've had 3 penalties in this season's competition, have Sharjah. They've actually missed 2 of them. Igor Coronado scored 1 against Al Duhail on match day 7. But Ray Manaj, he's missed 1. And so has Keo Lucas. Lucas missing against Al Sadd. Manaj missing against Al Garafa, although he scored from the rebound. Keo Lucas then, up against Nemetov. Goes down the middle, and Keo scores. Sharjah back on level terms. Joy from the sidelines. Joy on the terraces. And Keo, just when his side needed it, finds the back of the net. It's his 2nd goal in this season's AFC Champions League Elite. And it's his 6th goal in all competitions. Straight down the middle. Nemetov diving to his right. And Nassaf absolutely shooting themselves in the foot there. Needless concession of a penalty. Sharjah back on level terms. You have to say, on the balance of play, Sharjah barely deserve it. Sakari going down under challenge. Sharjah won't care how the goal has come. All they'll care about is they've given themselves a lifeline. Sharjah beaten in the air by Pereira. Leandrinho inside. Keo back to Cho. Sarur. Ben Arbi, whose introduction has certainly been a positive. Onside, Sharjah. Oh, he just took too long there, didn't he? He was closed down by defenders. That was a good option, or a good opportunity, I should say, for Nassaf, but they didn't take it. At the other end now, Sharjah. Kamara goes back to Ko Lucas, the goal scorer from the penalty spot. Exchanging passes with Ben Arbi, and again Luanzinho, player who was fouled. Here's Cho. Sarur. Saldana as well to retain possession there. Looks for Kamara, can't find him. Here's Pobletti. Ben Arbi. Andrinho out to the far side. Cross to the back post, and it's overcooked. Frustration there for Luanzinho. Well, it's a campaign of what might have been really for Nassaf, isn't it? 4 matches they've led. They haven't been able to retain that lead in any of them. Sakari does well. Up to this near side. Rakhmatov has crossed over here to the left after being very effective on the right in the first half. Abdunazarov with the cross. And down goes Abdi Rakhmatov. Well, you wouldn't think that Nassaf actually had nothing to play for here. They really are giving a very good account of themselves. Rakhmatov still down in the penalty area. He's just got back to his feet now as we enter the last 5 minutes of normal time. KO. Saldana. Ben Arbi trying to thread the ball forward to Kamara. Andrinho giving the ball straight to Sharjah. And here's a quick break now for Nassaf. Sharjah again, can he use his pace here? He's got a player outside him, that's Rakhmatov. Nazarov was outside as well, got the cross over. Abdi Rakhmatov now. Inside to Bakhramov. Once again, Abdunazarov cuts inside, gets the shot in and scores! Oh, that's a screamer! What a hit! And you can hear a pin drop in the Sharjah Stadium. Redemption for Abdunazarov. He was the man who conceded the penalty, and boy, has he made up for it there. What a hit with his left foot. Stunning strike. And is that the end of Sharjah's hopes in this season's AFC Champions League Elite? He was definitely onside. Cut inside the defender, and what a hit. Adel Al-Hosseini, he's made a couple of brilliant saves this evening, but he just didn't move. The power and accuracy of that shot almost burst the net. This angle will show it perfectly. Bang! No saving that. Berdiev delighted. And Nassaf back in the lead. A goal to grace any occasion. Nassaf hungry for more now. And in the end, Abdul Nazarov can't bring that under control. Well, there's a player who's gone from villain to hero in the space of 6 minutes. Sharjah now, well, I won't say they need a miracle, they just need a goal to give themselves an outside chance of progression. They're planning a couple more substitutions now. Majid Rashid and Feta Fatai are waiting to come on. Leandrinho, ball in, and it's ricocheted around in the end. Thankfully, from a Nassaf perspective, Nematov can gather it. And here come the changes now. The last of the changes for the hosts. Coming off is Pobletti to be replaced by Majid Rashid. And the other change sees Keo making way for Feta Fatai, the 20-year-old Albanian who arrived last summer on loan from Lokomotiva Zagreb. It's his 7th appearance off the bench. Keo, his race is run for the evening. Majid Rashid, the midfield enforcer for Sharjah. He's come on as well. His 4th appearance as a substitute this term in all competitions. Player who signed a new contract in January of 2024. That took him on for a further 4 years here at the club. So he's halfway through that particular contract. Here's Cho. Desperate times for Sharjah. Can they find some desperate measures inside the last few seconds of normal time? We wait to see how many minutes are going to be added on. The board of the 4th official, Mahmoud Al-Majarafi, and the board he holds up says 7 minutes. Interesting as well to see the low battery light flashing on the board there. For Sharjah, the battery's just about run out. And they find some recharge in this added time. Here's Majid Rashid. Zinho across to Cho. Threads the ball forward, but it's not working for Sharjah at the moment. Jose Moraes right on the edge of his technical area. Giving the ball away again, the home team. And it's just wide from Sharla. Goodness me, that could have been 3. Frustration for him. And the last couple of changes for the visitors. Rustamov going off. And Berdi Ramanov will come on. And the other change, sees number 80, Davronbek Usmanov. He's going to come on. And it's Sharla who's going to make way. Sharla, who had a goal disallowed in the first half. He really has been a sore for Sharjah in this match. His pace up front has been very, very effective. Confirmation in the top left-hand corner of your screen there about those changes that have been made. That'll be a free kick for Sharjah. And a card has been shown there. Rakhmatov was the player who has been carded. And that's why A very clumsy challenge indeed. Two cards then shown to Nassaf players this evening. And Sharjah get a free kick into the area. Ben Arbi. Good defensive work in the end by the visitors. Fetai wins the header and then has to go back to his goalkeeper. One of the substitutes has just come on for Nassaf, Budi Ramanov. He came on as a substitute last week against Al Shorta. He's 19 years of age. That was his first team debut in competitive action, although he did play in the pre-season friendlies in January. Not 20 until July. And a 19-year-old, Usmanov, who's on the field, number 80. Nassaf founding their own football academy in 2011, accepting that a lot of players want to play for one of the capital clubs, Paktakor, Bunyodkor and Lokomotiv in Tashkent. Nassaf keen on developing their own talent, and the evidence of this evening, they're doing a pretty decent job. Moulding their own products with some astute signings. And a couple of weeks ahead of the new season, things are looking promising. But Ben Arbi hits over the top. Oh, frustration there. Is that the last opportunity for Sharjah? Ben Arbi burst through, and he just tried to hit it too hard, didn't he? Leaning back and clearing the crossbar by quite some distance. Reminder, a point will keep Sharjah's interest in qualification for the knockout stage. They have to better the result of Al Duhail and Al Sadd, but that all, of course, becomes academic if they end up losing this evening, as appears likely. We're in the 6th minute of the minimum of 7 to be played, beyond the 90. Everything needs to be rushed now for Sharjah. They need to get the ball forward. Pereira, long diagonal from him, looking for Majid Sarur. Can't find him. Cho, under pressure from Usmanov, has to go back to his goalkeeper. Adel Al Hosseini, a couple of brilliant saves from him this evening. But are they going to be counting for nothing? The referee gives a free kick. So Sharjah will have one more opportunity to try and get the ball into the box. Let's have another look at what happened here. Bully, if it was, with the jump. The referee took exception to it. Deep breath from Ben Arbi, because it's all on this now for Sharjah. Lofts the ball in, headed away by Eshmuradov. Rakhmatov with the attempted clearance. Ball's got away though. Good defending from Nassaf. Referee blowing his whistle. I don't think he's blown for the end of the match. He has now. It's all over. Nassaf get the victory, their first this season in the AFC Champions League Elite, right at the death. But what that means is Sharjah cannot qualify for the knockout stage of this season's competition. What a performance from Nassaf. They've come here and they've played absolutely superbly. They scored in the first half through an Alden Hani own goal after a fantastic cross came into the box from Abdi Rakhmatov. Alden Hani's own goal it was. That was the score at half-time. Then Sharjah, with 10 minutes to go, found a way back into the game after substitute Diorbek. Abdu Nazarov fouled Luanzinho. Keo Lucas put in the resultant penalty, but then Abdu Nazarov, who was the villain, turned hero by smashing in a left-foot finish with 4 minutes to go to give Nassaf the victory and to break Sharjah hearts. All over then at the Sharjah Stadium, and it's all over for this season's campaign in the AFC Champions League Elite for Sharjah. It's finished. Sharjah 1, Nassaf 2.